What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we continued our second day activities. We finished off the rest of the jobs we had to do, but when we returned to the city, we saw that the factory, or the, what do you call it? The Institute, which is, I guess, the factory, like the 4 factories, was on fire. So we rushed inside, without sparing a moment's notice to save the people still inside. And now we have just learned that the Sasson Iron Mine is under attack by the terrorists. So now we're going to rush over there to see if we can help out and put a stop to things. So we're on our way.
こうしている間にも鉄鉱山の人たちがアリサ、焦りは禁物。
そうだね。鉄道憲兵隊も急行してるし。
とにかく様子だけでも確かめに行ってみよう。
Probably not gonna fight anything on the way there, because I'm sure we'll have some fighting to do once we actually get there. Plus, level-wise, we're not really getting much XP from these guys anymore. If I really wanted some levels, I could actually just summon some of the, we could use more of, how many do we have left? Wait. Where's the, oh, Shiny Pond Bay. It's right here. We still have 28 of these. But I don't think we need it right now. I think it was more useful earlier in the game, but...
しかし、テロリストがこのまま鉄鉱山を爆破でもしやがったら、帝国そのものの屋台骨が揺らぎかねませんね。
But yeah, early on, like when we were in Nord, it was really helpful because we were getting hit a lot. But now we have a bunch of abilities that are actually really useful that levels don't really seem to be much of an issue anymore. Especially with us being, you know, at the tail end of the game.
やばいのがいるな。気をつけろ。
If it wasn't obvious enough at this point, whether I say it or not, that obviously the next chapter will be the final chapter, you know, the chapter with the festival. What the hell? It's under attack here too. This is awful. Smoke's pouring out all over the place. Can't see too far like this. Did the terrorists set fire to something? Looks like the fire's been put out, but something still seems off. So the terrorists decided to strike here rather than the military factory. Look, over there by the entrance. Yeah, the RMP and the provincial army. Huh, looks like the railway military police and the provincial army. Yeah, but what are they doing here? Looks like the entrance is completely blocked off too. Let's go and take a closer look. Well, we're not getting by all those soldiers. Well, let's take a look. The terrorists have complete control of the mine. They've taken the miners hostage. Any attempt to enter the mine will put their lives in jeopardy. And that's why you're standing out here twiddling your thumbs without even attempting to negotiate with them? They clearly have an objective in mind here. We can't allow them to buy any further time. Looks like a pretty heated argument. So the terrorists have taken over the mine. The first ones on the scene, the provincial army, have taken upon themselves to set up a blockade. At least that's what it looks like at first glance. But why? Man, this has suspicious written all over it. Yep, the provincial army is too well prepared. No matter how you look at this, they gotta be in on it. You can't be serious. In on it, the terrorists set off some kind of explosion in there. Look at all that smoke pouring out. That's what they want you to think. But that doesn't look like smoke from a fire to me. They're probably using smoke grenades. Smoke grenades. If that's true, that means the provincial army has some other reason for blockading the mine. Maybe it's got something to do with the Reinford's first factory. Ah, that's right, the railway military police were investigating the first factory too, weren't they? Yeah, that's what Captain Claire said. And that makes the timing of this look pretty damn suspect. Almost like there's something they're trying to hide. And that'd mean they'd seal the mine and give them time to dispose of it. Makes a fair bit of sense if you think about it. But what could they be trying to hide? What's down there? No way to say for sure right now. What I can say, though, is that it's pretty likely that the miners are in danger. We need to find some way to help them if we can. Let's return to Roar for now. We need to think carefully about what to do next. Elisa. Yup, if we're gonna go in, it's better to have a plan. Alright, let's head back. Really? Just like that? We came out here for nothing? Oh, okay, we really are heading back. Well, to start with, we need to work out exactly what's going on here. If it's true the terrorists are working with the Noble faction, then it seems likely their aim is to eliminate the evidence of whatever they've been hiding in the first factory. But did they really have to go this far? The Iron Mine is owned by His Majesty the Emperor, right? That's right, the Provincia of Norcia is tasked with managing it, while Reinford mines, refines, and processes the iron. And iron is the single most vital natural resource to the nation's continued survival. If this isn't resolved quickly, it's going to deal a heavy blow to the entire country, including the nobles themselves. Yeah, so what's the benefit? So I guess the question is just whether the noble faction and the terrorists realize that or not. Sounds to me like they're a pretty divided bunch as it is. Yep, the terrorists seem like they're basically all commoners too. They're only cooperating because they both see the Chancellor as a common enemy. And if that's the case, it seems pretty likely that what they're doing here is related to that somehow. Angelica? And George!
Angelica-san?
ジョルジュ部長も。よう、やっぱり来やがったか。
ああ、サイドカーの試運転も兼ねてだけどね。
思ったよりも調子が良くて、7時間でルーレに到着できたよ。
7 hours, huh?
乗り心地に関しては次の課題かな。
Comfort, yeah.
たく、相変わらずマイペースな奴らだぜ。さすがにトアは来なかったか。
あ、代わりに各方面の情報収集に当たってくれている。何かあったらリアルタイムでこちらに連絡があるはずさ。
そいつは頼もしいな。
話が見えないんですけど。
どうやら僕たちとは別の事情で動いているみたいですが。ひょっとして前に言っていた気がかりですか？
ああ、そういうことさ。前から疑ってはいたが、現実となってしまったようだ。
Oh?
確か第一製作所の取締役はアンジェリカさんの。
ああ、ハイデル・ログナー、王子にあたる人物さ。どうやらお互い情報交換をした方が良さそうだね。
Yeah.
一旦場所を移そうか。
Yeah, out in the open like this, probably not the best. They're dumping iron onto the black market? Yeah, the amount of steel they're producing doesn't quite match up with the amount of iron ore being mined. That's been the case for quite a few years now. Officially, the reason given is that the purity of the ore being mined is lower than it used to be. But if you look at what's coming out of the mine, there's no evidence of that. Well, that would explain why the figures don't add up. And because they were feeding the raw iron onto the black market rather than the finished steel, makes it a lot harder to notice when a little goes missing here and there. Man, Toa put all the pieces together on her own? I'd expect no less from my beloved Toa. She pored over everything. Reinford's yearly sales figures, government reports on the mine's productivity, you name it. That's how she picked up on the discrepancy. She's really something else. Iron ore being sold off on the black market, accounting sheets that don't add up. George, how much iron ore is unaccounted for, roughly speaking, do you know? Assuming for a moment that all the missing iron was refined into steel, how much steel would we be looking at? This is just a bit of speculative math on my part, but I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 thorium, which is enough to build 2,000 Axen tanks. 2,000? That's practically an army. The Sashin Iron Mine is the pillar of the Empire's economy. The amount of iron they pull out of there is almost ridiculous. Even if you pocket a small amount of every year, it's going to add up to a lot of iron real quick. But what are they planning to do with all of it? Is the Noble faction trying to make their own tanks in secret? They couldn't even if they wanted to. Only the second factory has the knowledge and equipment to make tanks. And not only does the second factory have close ties with the Imperial Army, it also leans toward the Reformist faction. You need all kinds of complicated technology to make even a basic tank. It's not as simple as just grabbing some steel, some blueprints, and some grease and getting to work. So what does that leave them? Selling the iron to another country for profit? I don't know how likely that is. Seems like deals like that would be too easy to trace. Okay, so setting aside the ore for a moment, now that you know this and what's given the happening to Roar, what were the two of you planning on doing? Oh. It's pretty simple. My uncle oversees the first factory, and the provincial army is blockading the mines. There's no way my family isn't involved. On the other side, you've got all the miners just trying to do their jobs who got dragged into this whole mess. I'm a Rogner. I might not be a great daughter, but there's no way I'm gonna let this go without putting up a fight. Angie. Whoa, you're seriously gonna talk to your old man about this? Haha, hell no, like he'd even listen to a word I said. Same goes to the provincial army, I'd just be wasting my breath. That's why I'm planning on sorting out this mess myself. I used to work part-time in the mine. I know the pace like the back of my hand. As long as I can find my way inside, I think I can handle the terrorists well enough. I figured you'd say something like that. Honestly, does nothing faze you? In that case, I'd like to ask you to take us along. We can look at this as a test of how best to respond to a sudden crisis. Looking at it from that perspective, I think it fits neatly within the scope of our, there it is again, scope of our field site, don't you? Yeah, after hearing all that, I don't want to let them have their way. Agreed. I'm with Angelica here. My family's involved in this too. I feel like I have a duty to do something about it. Thanks, truth be told, I was kind of hoping you'd back me up anyway. Whatever help you can give, I'll take it. Well, that's that. The next thing we need to consider is how to slip into the mine without the provincial army taking notice. At the very least, Angie should be able to get the officer in charge to talk with her, but... So what, we sneak in while she's distracting them? I don't know, that sounds a little overly simplistic to work. Leave finding our way into me. If anyone's good at cutting red tape, it's my mother. Maybe she could help us out. She could, but would she? Well, if you think so. Alright, I'll leave securing an alternate route to you then. For now, I'm gonna see if I can find anything out about my family's or the provincial army's involvement here. George, give Toa a call and see if you can find out what the Imperial government is doing about all this. Gotcha. I'll see if I can turn up any machinery that might be useful too. Haha, this is starting to feel like last year's field studies all over again. We were glad to have George, Angelica, and Toa backing us up. In a crisis like this, we needed all the help we could get. As our first order of business, we went to see Chairman Arena, hoping she'd know of some way to sneak into the mine. Okay, bye. We should get going too. Your mother should be back at Rhineford headquarters by now, right? I think so. Sharon said she'd be in around noon. We can always just ask at the reception desk, though. Yeah. Looks like we'll be kicking it into high gear again. Haha, I feel like every field study is destined to end up like this. Really does feel that way, doesn't it? Alright, let's get moving. We still didn't get a chance to turn in that... Can we even turn it in still? Oh, okay, we can. Not that we really want to be talking to these guys anyway. So you defeated the monster on the highway to the south, did you? Not too shabby for students. Thank you very much. Well, keep up the good work. Here's your reward. It's very generous, thank you. And with that, you're excused. I have no idea what other tasks you've been given, but don't get yourself in matters that don't concern you, understood? Right. Yeah, no promises with that. I may as well just cut you down right now. Alright, let's head inside. Yeah, I guess just ask at the desk. Lady Alisa, thank goodness you're alright. I was so worried when I heard you left the city. Oh, you're talking about the trouble with the mine, right? Actually, I was hoping to talk with Mother about that. Is she in her office right now? Chairman Arena just returned a short while ago. Would you like me to set up an appointment? Please. Yes, that's right. Lady Alisa understood. She says you can go right now, though she can't spare more than a few minutes. If you want to head up right now, she's waiting for you in her office. Thank you. This shouldn't take long. Alright, let's head up to floor 23. Right. Why do I get the feeling Sharon is going to be right there to welcome us? You can count on it. You will no longer be able to walk around Rower in the surrounding area. Oh wow, so I guess that means this is probably going to lead to the end of the chapter then. Alright. Guess that's it for our fun times in Rower. Makes sense, we pretty much explored everywhere. But what's the deal with the third day? Are we just not actually going to have a third day? Of course. Welcome back, everyone. I've been waiting for you. I knew it. Like the rising of the sun. I see how it is. You're taking Rhineford's side again, huh? Hee hee. As long as I wear this uniform, I'm simply a humble maid of the Rhineford household. You, the chairman, and Master Gwyn are all deeply important to me. Thanks, I think. Show us in, then. Of course, follow me. We should probably hurry up if she can't spare more than a few minutes.
どうしなさい。はい。母様、入るわよ。
失礼します。
昨日は夕食をキャンセルしてすまなかったわね。ただ悪いけれど今夜も難しそうだわ。
いえ、それは当然でしょう。
あれだけの出来事が起こっている最中ですから。
もっとも忙しそうな割には当然の義務を果たしていないみたいだけど。お嬢様。弱戦鉄鉱山の鉱員はラインフォルトの人間でもあるわ。そして鉄鉱山を封鎖している両方軍はまるで動こうとはせず。その抗議はログナー校にしたの？
グループとしてはまだよ。第一製作所のハイデル取締役は一応要請したみたいだけど。
この後に及んでどうしてそんなことを？彼の第一製作所が この数年莫大な鉄鉱石をどこかに横流ししていたこと、気づいていないとはさすがに言わせないわよ。
当然気づいてるわ。コントロールできなかったのは正直私の落ち度でもあるのは確か。でも、今回のテロが仕組まれて起こされたことだとするならば、グループとしてログナー港に抗議して何の意味があるのかしら。
それは
今回の件がどうなろうとしかるべき保証は必要でしょう。万が一鉱山が爆破されたりしたら今後の対応も考える必要もある。
Damn.
もはやラインフォルトは世界企業。クロスベル方面も視野に入れた株価対策もする必要があるわね。
確かにラインフォルトがくしゃみをしたら凄まじい数の人間が風邪をひきそうだな。
そう、 RF グループは RF グループの、会長には会長の果たすべき役割がある。両方軍にしても鉄道憲兵隊にしても極限すればテロリストだって己の役割を果たすべく動いている。それが世の中というものよ。それであなたたちは一体どんな役割を果たそうというのかしら。
役割。
分かったら帰りなさい。おそらく軍需工場以外は市内に被害は及ばないでしょう。いくつか依頼も追加するからそれを今日はこなすといいわ。そしてこんな状況でもあるし、明日の朝にはルーレを立ちなさい。理事として許可します。
No.
それは
それはできないわ。だって私はもう同じことを繰り返したくないから。
え？
今まで私はずっと目を背けてきた。おじい様が会長を追われた時も、父様が亡くなって母様が仕事に没頭し始めた時から、
Here it all comes.
そして母様がグループを途方もなく大きくし続けた間も。でも士官学院に入って世のさまざまな理不尽を知って、それでも私たちは諦めずに少しずつ前に進めたと思う。それがこの半年私たちが手に入れたものだわ。
アリサ。
そうだね。だから私はもう目をそらさずに言うわ。母様の娘として、家族として、何よりもラインフォルトを幼い頃から見続けたものとして、母様、あなたのやり方はやっぱり間違ってるって。お嬢様。
間違っているというからには当然正しい道を示せるということね。
もちろんよ。でもそれを示すには私もまだまだ経験が足りな
She
い。
knows she's not there yet.
だから士官学院卒業までに何らかの道を示すことを誓うわ。いずれ母様の後を継ぐその可能性がある人間として。
ヒュー。
およそ幼稚で勢いだけの発言だけど、まあ今のあなたが紡げる言葉としては上出来でしょう。
母様。
シャロン、例のものを。
かしこまりました。お嬢様、これをどうぞ。
Card
こ
key.
れは何かのカード？
それはカードキーよ。鉄鉱山に通じている非常連絡道への扉を開く。
Oh, that's convenient.
それって
そんなものがあるんですか？
先代会長が建造したルーレ市から直通している非常用の連絡通路よ。
Gwen.
都市上層にある
Thank you.
整備室から地下に降りたところに存在するわ。
そこを通れば
Oh, it's probably that door we couldn't do anything with.
両方軍の封鎖を越えて鉱山内に侵入できる。
お礼は言わないわ。現時点での私が見極めた最善と思える道、それを行動で示してみせる。
失礼します、イリーナ会長。今までの実習も生かして必ずや無事に戻ってきます。
どうか安心してください。
どなたも素晴らしい成長ぶりですね。お嬢様のことも素直に認めて差し上げたらよろしいですのに。
まだまだよ。いずれ私の後を継ぐなら覚悟を示してくれないとね。さてと、役者はすべて揃ったわ。あなたにはもう一働きだけしてもらおうかしら。
心得ております。
What are you up to? Allie says S-Craft Rosetta Arrow was strengthened to become Judgment Arrow. Cool. After our meeting, we contacted Angelica and George and agreed to meet in front of the maintenance room that hid the entrance of to the secret passage to the mine. Yep, here it is. Is George coming with us too? George doesn't really come off as a fighter. He can run though. He's at least keeping up. I could see Angelica's legs, like, yeah, look at them. They're like moving back and forth. She's antsy. Well, guess we got a pathway to walk. Who would have thought there'd be an underground passage going all the way from Roar to the mine? Gwyn really does think of everything. Oh, you know Alex's grandfather? I've heard you two got along famously when he was still back here living in Roar. He taught me all kinds of great stuff. How to pick up girls, the best spots in the entertainment district, you know, the really important things in life. It's not that I can't believe it, it's that I can, too easily. I can only hope to sit and learn at the feet of the master one day. Still, it's probably thanks to him that Angie didn't go any further off the rails than she did. Haha, I can't deny that. That's nothing to laugh about. I wonder if we'll seem as colorful to first years when we're second years. So you think this is gonna work? Where'd the chair come from? Alright, that should do it. What is this thing? An orbital wave antenna? It's currently in development at the Institute of Technology, but I managed to convince them to let me borrow it. It emits directional orbital waves to widen the area where you can transmit and receive signals. That means you'll be able to use your Arcusin's communication functionality even down here in the mine. That sounds pretty handy. You can do that? Yep. Toa's busy gathering information on what's going on across the Empire right now, and I'll be able to pass that info along to you while overseeing this operation. But if things get too dangerous, I'll give you the order to pull out, so make sure you keep the line open. Got it. It'll be nice to have some support. Well, if George is just a call away, we've got nothing to worry about. Okay, I think it's about time we got going. And thanks again, everyone, for coming along. I got my Arcus on me, so I should be able to hold my own in battle. Guest party member. Always room for one more with us. Your knowledge of the mine will really be invaluable. I'm looking forward to seeing you clean up with those Taito skills of yours. Angelica joined the party. Okay. Oh, and we got a healing thing here. And I assume George, yep, you can customize, shop, everything you need to do here. So I'll put Angelica in the front since she's a guest member. Yeah, that'll be fine for now.
さてと
行くよ。ひゅっひゅっはっせっひゅっはっ行くぞ。
Cool. Alright, I guess let's get going. Guess we can customize these. Or not. Well, I mean, we do have some stuff we could probably exchange. That wouldn't even be that much Mira. Oh, because I don't have the current weapons. All right, that's fine. We'll just go as it is. Probably won't go to all the way to the end. We'll probably go up to the next save point. If there's one at the end of this, wherever the next save point is probably where we'll stop.
どうやらここは基本的に一本道のようだね。
I just want to see the dialogue before we get in a
迷
fight.
う心配はねえな。一気に突っ切るとすっか。
Bad.
一気に決めよう。
参る。そう。よし。
Wait, really?
これで大丈夫だ。
That easy? All right.
やれやれ、私のタイプじゃないな。
チャンス続けていくよ。
参る。
さてと行こっか。
行くよ。
Dragon kick. So similar to Agate's like Dragon Fall. Probably not the same thing.
終わりだ。
先輩、お疲れ様です。
君こそお疲れだったね。
Alright, let's keep moving. How long is this pathway? It seems pretty long. I mean, it makes sense. It's supposed to take us all the way to the mine.
戦闘開始。
行くぞ。
頑張らないと。
そこだ。チャンスだ。ここだ。これだ。
任せて。
私の番だね。おやすみ、子猫ちゃんたち。
よし、やったぞ。
Oh, 58.
そういえば、トアは君たちのことを随分心配していたよ。
そうですか。ありがたいな。
いつもお世話になっていますし、本当に頭が上がりませんね。
Guess that's one way to handle it. Just get them to turn around.
行くよ。チャンス続けていくよ。
俺の番だな。チャンスだ。
ここだ。私の番だね。崩した。よし、私に続きたまえ。
了解だ。
僕の番だね。行こっか。崩れた。続けていくよ。ナイスエリオット。
フィーのおかげだよ。
Keep moving.
敵発見。行くぞ。そこだ。ここだ。
任せて。チャンス続けていくよ。さてと
Cross Crusade.
行くよ。我が道を行く。
So yeah, I'm guessing there's probably two entryways. Okay, long Iron Mine Shaft 3.
結構歩いたけど、どこまで来たんだろう。歩数からすると参道の半分くらいかな。
すごいな。そんなことがわかるのか。
Magic.
ヒュー、お宝発見。
Chrono Burst. Can we even change stuff in Angelica? I assume not. Oh, you can. Cool. You can't change her master course, but you can give her some stuff.
行こう
一気に決めよう。俺の番だ。行くよ。
僕の番だね。私の。
行くぞ。参る。
みんな怪我はない？
We'll make it to the end here.
やれやれ。私のタイプじゃないな。
行く。崩れた。続けていく。これで終わり。
行くぞ。そうだ。今ここだ。行くよ。
僕の番だね。行こう。崩れた。続けていくよ。ナイス。掴めた。
Level up. Level up.
よし、100点満点だな。
Burst Drive. Kind of crazy we're still getting abilities so late in the game. Of course, I do feel like in previous games, you know, especially like the Sky games, all the characters got way more moves. But also, I feel like it was a lot cheaper to make animations for them when they were just sprites, so it makes sense.
僕の番だ。なんとかやったね。
Like, I remember Estelle having like, Estelle and Joshua having like a good 10 crafts,
から随分と曲がりくねってやがる
and
な。
then 3 S crafts.
ひょっとしたら行動を避けて通っているのかもしれない。
そうなるとそろそろ到着しそうですね。
I guess we can hope.
みんな気をつけてね。私の番だね。
私の番だね。
行こうか。危険度低下。
あ、よし、ゴールだな。
Is this the end of the passage? Must be. I don't see anywhere else to go but up. Well, we've walked far enough, and it seems like we've been walking in the right direction at least. It's right above us. We got a mine full of terrorists. Alright, let's get climbing. I'll bring up the rear. Crow, you're going first. Then Reen, Elliot, Machias in that order. Okay. That's fine with me, but... damn. Haha, give it up, Crow. I've known you long enough to know exactly what would happen if I just let you go last. Go on and get climbing. Wait. Angelica! Oh, so they don't look up our skirts. You don't have to spell it out. I guess you can always count on Crow to be Crow and Angelica to be Angelica. Haha, no kidding. Though, I don't see why she put herself last, though. I can hazard a guess. You'd think with the situation her in, her mind would be fixed on other things, but it seems not. Let's do it.
眼福眼福。
アンジェリカさん。
冗談だよ。怒った顔も可愛いね。
たく、この女だけは。
Alright. Let's go. Ooh, the music though. Well, this isn't the save point I was waiting for, but this is a save point. Well, healing point. So, we're gonna stop here, and then next time we're gonna continue journeying through the Sachsen Iron Mine to find the terrorists that we're looking for. So, that's gonna be it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.